Creating collage from photos can make images look beautiful. In this tutorial, I will show you how to make a collage in Photoshop, but we will use the clipping mask feature. When creating a collage, we should definitely use the clipping mask feature. This way, you can place the photo inside the frames you set without cutting on the images. Later, when you need to make a change, you can readjust the framing of the photo. If you cut out areas of the photo that you don't use, you will lose those parts when you need them later. Clipping mask is important to avoid this. The clipping mask feature will not be unfamiliar to those who follow the tutorials regularly. We always use similar methods in our tutorials. I wanted to dedicate this tutorial to the use of clipping mask. First of all, let's answer this question. What is clipping mask? I will draw a shape in the center of the scene. We can draw any shape, triangle, square, circle. I draw a circle first, quickly. Here is my circle. I changed the color of the circle to make it look better. Now, let's add an image to the scene. I select File, Place Embedded. I will add one image to the scene. I select one of the images I want to add to the scene and select Place. Clipping mask is very easy to use. After placing the image to the workspace, I right-click on the image and select Create Clipping Mask. As soon as I select this, it stays within the boundaries of the shape we created under it. Whatever the shape boundaries are, the image included in it is located around it so that it doesn't protrude. When I scroll the image in this way, the image itself is actually around here. But since I assigned a clipping mask according to the circle, it will take a form according to the circle because there is a circle under the image to which I assigned the clipping mask. Now that we know what a clipping mask is, we will create a collage using this method. Under the View menu, there is an option that we can facilitate this division process. New Guide Layout option. Since I want 3 columns side by side as columns, I type the number 3 here because I want it to be divided into 3 equal parts. As you can see, it has divided into 3 equal parts. If you want to leave a space between them, you can change this value. For example, if you want to have a space of 20 pixels between each image, you can change the value here. Since I don't want any space, I change this value to 0. I close this window by clicking the OK button. Select the rectangle tool on the left side and draw a rectangle without going beyond the borders. You can color this rectangle if you want. I will duplicate the layer called Rectangle 1 twice with Ctrl J. Look, here I pressed Ctrl J twice and duplicated it twice. Now we have 3 layers in the scene. I take this like this. I align it to the line on the right. And you can change the color of this one if you want. And then I take another one and I move it to the far right. Let's move this middle one to the middle here. Let's arrange it so that it is at the top, in the middle and on the far right. Now it's time to place our images here. I select the bottom one, the leftmost one, as the layer. I go under File and choose Place Embedded. Select one of these images and click OK. As you can see, the image has been imported here. I will place the image first. This way it is done. Let's make it a little smaller. This way it is done. But as you can see, we haven't created a clipping mask yet. I will do it now. I right click and select Create Clipping Mask. We will understand better in a moment why we should use a clipping mask. I select the middle layer, so I have this layer selected. I select File, Place Embedded, and this time I import the other image here. Without the clipping mask feature, we would have to crop this image on the left and right. In particular, we would have to clip from the left side because left side is left out. And later on, when we want to use this left side, we wouldn't be able to do that. Why? Because we would have already deleted it. But with the clipping mask feature, it will already be in this area and we can edit with the framing of this image as we want. I hover over this image. I want the one underneath to be a clipping mask. So I right click, select Create Clipping Mask. As you can see, we haven't actually deleted it. It is already here, but we can place the frame accordingly. Now let's select the last one. I select File, Place Embedded again and import the other image here. Let's place the frame like this, in the center. But as you can see, the left side is problematic again. We don't need to cut here again. We need to hide it. So I right click again and select Create Clipping Mask. It automatically takes the shape underneath. We can then edit these frames if you want. I especially recommend using clipping mask when making collage. I can remove these guidelines as they are no longer useful to me by selecting Clear Guides in the View menu. Always use the clipping mask feature when making a collage. This way a very useful feature, and we need to learn clipping mask to use Photoshop more professionally. That's it for this tutorial. If today's video was useful to you, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Just click on the subscribe button below this video. Thank you for watching.